What up, ladies and gentlemen of the jury? How can I help? What is going on, dudes? I got a mess here. Big time. What's up, CBO? Cleaning up with a magnet. That's fun. How are y'all? Just started watching the Seahawks and the Packers. Packers are looking strong right now. As a matter of fact, holy smokes, look at y'all in here. Yeah, there was a whirlwind of fabrication going on here last night. Making a mess, catching checks, making sound effects. What up, dudes? I think we're going to start the show at 9:30 from now on in the future. I think that's a good idea. So be ready for next week, 9:30 start time. Okie doke. Do a little roll call here in a minute. Kenny, man, how'd you get your A1? You get your bamboo printer, bro? How's that doing? Let me know. Anybody getting to fly at all? Kenny, Hanger 51, what up, man? Paul McNeil, Mike Bird, CBO Hobo, Francis, Wild Bill, Boss, Mountain RC, Victor. Victor, you dropped a video or two lately, I think, as well. Dan Zimmerman, Dad. Boss, you got to fly yesterday, little? Delivered it to the wrong house. Oh my gosh. Did you get it straightened out? That's a big deal to get wrong, isn't it? Boss, did you figure out your forward programming question, man? That's what I want to know. Cold, but got it done. Cool. 3 videos, said Victor. Nice. You think you got it? What was tripping you up? Figured it out for now. Okay. Dan, that's crazy. Thanks. That's fun. Getting the rates to 0. If it's a bind and fly, you have a hard time doing that without doing a factory reset with everything else fixed. You just go into the AS3X gains in the menu. What's up, Eddie K? Plug and play. So off-the-shelf receiver. They're going to have their own default gains already, which is generally great. If you set up the flight modes, then you can set up that third flight mode for no gains at all. Just turn them down. FM channel. Is an easy way to do that. And don't fight the defaults. If that safe stuff wants to go aux2 channel B, no reason not to let it. You know what I mean? Let's let it. What's up, Craig? Got skis on a timber. Got to get up. Nice. Sawyer's asking if there's any heli pilots. In here. Not me. How often do you fly without AS3X? Anytime I'm flying a plug and play that I have that doesn't have a Spectrum receiver in it, that's about it. So I still have some planes that have Futaba receiver or whatever in there. So if it's not very often, but that would be something that doesn't have any kind of gyro in it. So yeah, I like it. You know, I mean, I can fly without it too, but it's just so nice. And if it has AS3X, the thing is, it also has safe. So why not go ahead and put it in there? You know, it's like it's free, so to speak. And it's there if you want it, you know. But sometimes that's nice, especially if you like doing landings like I do. And let's say it's windy and you wouldn't necessarily shoot a bunch of landings, but because you got safe in there, it's like, no big deal. I think it's kind of all right. Once you learn how to set it up, you know, it's not a big deal. But if you don't feel like learning how to set it up, yeah, you'll always have AS3X on a bind and fly. If you have a plug and play, you still have to go through the first time setup. You just don't have to do it twice because, you know, if you're setting one up off the shelf, you have to do the first time setup, and then you go back and do the first time safe setup. And that's where the selecting the switch to where you want it goes happens. What's up, Tim? I mean, most of the time I probably have AS3X. Again, if it's a plug and play and I put a Spectrum in it, I'll keep one mode. Since I'm setting it up already, I'll keep one mode clean with nothing on it. But I'll only fly through it just so, you know, back when I was making videos on this stuff, I would fly through safe, AS3X, and then nothing. So, yeah, I mean, that's it. What about you guys? I mean, before AS3X was around, I was teaching guys how to work the other gyros in the market. And, I mean, that was cool. But used to, we had none of that, you know? So, yeah, flight modes are not just for safe. Yeah. So, one reason Mountain RC, it's a good question. Flight modes are where you can just like basically trim You're never going to get me hooked on helis. Sorry. So let's say you don't want to, let's say Mountain RC, you've got a plane and the flap to elevator compensation is called out in the book, but you don't want to do it that way. So what you do is you'll set up your flaps on a flight mode switch. So let's say you're flying and you hit the flaps and you set up flight modes. You can trim the elevator compensation in for that flight mode, and it's going to remember it. You know what I'm saying? So if you flip your half flaps and you realize you need a lot of nose down elevator trim, you can trim it in, right? And then flip to your next mode, full flaps, and trim it in and get it right. And when you flip back to, neutral, basically, the trim will also go back to neutral. So only is going to remember it where it needs to. So that's a cool thing about it too, is it makes it in a way where you can easily, like on the fly in the air, dial in the compensation you would want. I mean, I haven't done it, but I think it's a great idea. I've talked about it before where I had a plane. It was a P-38. What's up, Dell? It was a P-38, and man, it just didn't matter what you did. You couldn't get stuff neutral. You had to pick one or the other. Do I want this thing neutral with flaps deployed, or do I want it neutral with them tucked up? And you had to pick. And so when you were flying it, you had to trim in a bunch of right roll or whatever for one of those conditions. And that would have been a great place to have a flight mode as well. Right. So that way, if it's flying perfect and level, clean, but then I got to trim in a ton of right aileron trim when I have the flaps deployed, that would be a perfect place to do flight modes. So yeah, Mike SSI, what's up, man? So that's a good reason. I've got an arm for a dude, and I'm just trying to clean some of the print out a little bit. What's up, DIY? David, yourself in the house? Yeah, I printed off another guy I was working on the Golden Nugget a little bit last night, and I redid the suspension. Why do some planes do that? Because they're made out of foam, and they're really just is what it is. It was nothing even about I had two of those planes did the same thing. Partly, sometimes it's a discrepancy between the servos, right? If you have a flaps that one of them is a reverse servo and one of them is a regular servo, I mean, guys, these are not SpaceX. This is not SpaceX level equipment. So you may have one that throws a little bit more than the other one, and because they're not even close to identical, one's reverse and one's the other way. So there's all kinds of things that come into play. Just first of all, the consistency at which they can make these things, the fact that one's reverse and the other one's not, maybe mechanical advantage, whatever. But that's a good place to consider playing with flight modes. Like, I should have totally done it on that P-38 because it was so obvious it was not going to be mechanically worked out of it, right? It was nothing I was going to be able to work out of the setup. And again, I'd had it happen to me on a couple different ones. It was the same thing. And so you had to pick. What's up, John? So you had to pick, man, what was up. Did you race oval? Did they race oval yesterday, bro? I missed it. Yeah, man. 81 entries, man. That's awesome. I didn't know it was happening. We had 2 basketball games though this weekend, and birthdays and junk though too. So missed it. I haven't been out much. I haven't not gone racing really this winter. I got this nice room I'd like to stay and work in. Jerry's busy converting all the stuff to AS3X Plus. 20 hours left. Nice, Dell. Yeah, I took apart my Golden Nugget yesterday, which is on the stock Jimny chassis, and did all my tricks to the suspension and all that, and got it back together, and got one of the windows in it, and printed off a dude for the driver, and broke another hinge. So I'm gonna have to do something else with the hinges, but I want to get it done. But while I was doing it, I was thinking, man, I have 3 or 4 of these Jimny chassis right now, or bodies left over. And because the bodies bolt right up to the chassis, I'm like, dude, I need to repurpose those floors. And so that's what I'm working my head around right now. But it'll have to be something box back for that. Yeah, I mean, I'm not flying enough to even play with the AS3X Plus. If I set up and do an AS3X Plus job, you guys will be asking me what I think about it before I get a chance to go do it. Got third in both heats and broke both rear axle hubs. Oh, man. What's up, Know Your Joe? Too bad I wasn't there to beat you, man. Or get punked. So, yeah, I did. I just printed off another guy and took him off the thing this morning. I saw a thing on the internet for recycling filament that I'm starting to think about, dude. It may not be an awful idea. When you're really jamming, you make a lot of stuff, a lot of waste. You haven't found a good guy. My guys all come. I don't think you will find one by itself. The guys that I'm printing, if you want a full body guy, the CJ7 files from Night Customs, that's the articulated guy that is in my CJ7. Bro, you can size them up and put them in anything, right? And I've done that. Same with the rest of the files, the floors and stuff. So I printed off there's a guy with no legs with the Ford Ice from Vanquish Night Customs. And then I keep printing the guy from the CJ7 in multiple sizes to work them out in different vehicles that I've got going. So CJ7 stock size printed files, got an articulated driver, and then I shrunk them down 9.76% to work in the Willys wagon. And then I scaled him up quite a bit to make him huge for the 6-scale Jimny that I've got. And you don't have to make him move. You could just glue him up. But if you wanted to make him move, he's got the bits. I mean, this is arm, forearm, and shoulder and hand. And his head and torso's in the truck. So I buy, yeah, it's $20, but you can use that file forever and size it differently. And that's what I'm doing. And I'll use that same driver in, and the thing is too, the head print's different, separate. So if you have, like my CJ7, I got, what's his name? Richard Dreyfuss's head on him instead of Matt from Scale Builders Guild with a hat on. So you can change them. You want that Carmen Gia? Man, at this point, I'd probably sell it. I already did what I wanted to do with it, and it didn't do what I wanted it to do. It's not going to be a drift car, you know. There's Carmen Gia right there. Tamiya. But it's built nice. No body posts. Well thought out. Really cool stencil work on it. Saw a filament recycler that used 2 little soda bottles. Yeah. Sports Hawk ARF. It's rear wheel drive. Tamiya. Me, I haven't really messed with FPV much, but I wouldn't mind doing it. I wouldn't mind doing it. Actually found, I think I found a Unimog body files that I like on Umagine, was a place I hadn't looked at before. And I think they call it the 406. But yeah, man, we're going to start this show at 9:30 in the future. So I can hang out with my boy some more. But he goes, he's still little-ish. He's going to bed, school night at 9:30. So I'm going to wait and do it and do it then, I think. By the way, keep me posted on the game. Eastern. So I wouldn't be on yet. I would be on in 2 minutes. That way I hang out with my boys some more. Because I do this on Thursday too. You know what I mean? And yeah, Thursday's a truck show, but I'll talk about whatever. I've been doing this a long time, man. So it's fine. And I mean, you guys all fly more than I do. So there's a lot of you guys that would 17.3 Packers. Right on. A long time. So, and again, you guys are flying more than I am. So it's like, what am I doing? Just, you know, when I was young, or not that long ago, I would see where guys like took a break from the hobby or whatever, and they'd always say because of their kids and stuff. And I was like, man, y'all are crazy. Well, they're not crazy. And when they were babies, they were going to bed early. You know what I mean? It was easy then. Or I was doing it across town anyway, you know, and I was already gone. So I don't know. I think 9:30 is fine. Joe, what business? The hobby shop? That's long gone, dude. I've been done with that for a year or so. Maybe not quite a year. I've had my butt kicked by RC, dude, is the truth of it. And yeah, the shop's not a thing for me anymore. I got out while I could. And YouTube, it's like, it's talk to me some other time, man. Because otherwise, I'll just sound negative on here. And I'm sick too. So my voice is probably just like gross. Yeah. I used to be always online. It didn't do me any good either. It's funny. It's been doing it a long time, and so I just won't disappear, but maybe I should. I never have, you know. Just keep on fighting. But I don't know why sometimes. Yeah, I got a cold or something. I took some Dayquil yesterday to make myself feel alive, like handling the business of it all. We had a game in the morning and big birthday party for the little one over here. And then there was a cousin birthday today and another ball game. I'm not missing those, you know. Yeah, I'll feel better. I'm fine. Disillusioned by life a little, but I'm good. It's weird. What's up, hey Jack? So yeah, that's why I mean this room is a talk for y'all. You know what I mean? You guys can ask questions of each other, of me, whatever. Try to learn something, try to help you out, whatever. Craig, it ain't gonna happen. I'd have to sell a bunch of stuff first. No, Mountain, I haven't. And I've toyed with the idea, you know, but I got too many planes in the way. Yeah, Dan. Interesting. I'm not sure most people would still be here after some of the crap we've been through over over it all. You know what I mean? So fairly remarkable or crazy. 1.2 T28, man, that thing is awesome, dude. I want another one. I lost one to a dare on a limbo or something, and 23 Packers at the half. Thanks. The Travelall's really not mounted yet, but I did get it dialed in. I showed you guys on Thursday. I haven't done anything yet. I try to spare my guys on Sunday a little bit on the truck stuff, which is why I started the Thursday show, because what would happen is I'd talk about trucks on Sunday or Saturday when I used to do the show, and guys would bitch. And so I started the Thursday show to do the stay more on the truck. So I try to not go there hardcore on Sunday, but I may at the end of the show. But I definitely want to give guys a chance to airplane up the discussion. I don't know why I'm going so much trouble to clean out this because I don't think I'm going to make him only slaps. Yeah, he was one of them. But if he's saying it, how many are thinking it? You know what I mean? Thank you, Jerry. Nah, man, I've never been to Joe Knoll. I was supposed to go once. I was loaded up in the van and everything. The first time that they ever canceled the show because of rain was the year I was supposed to go for motion. I already knew my time was basically up, but last hurrah, I wanted to go and meet everybody in person, at Joe Knoll, and I didn't get to. NX6 stopped working. H switch. Send it in. Send it in to the service center at Horizon. They got a service center. They can fix it. They can fix it. You just have to tell them what you want fixed. It may cost you a little, but Dell's on the fence on the Super T or the Evo. Do you have 6S batteries for airplanes? That's my question. Because that's what you want in that Super Timber, man. It's hard to beat that Evo, man, without a doubt. It is hard to beat that thing. There, I finally got that chunk out. Yeah. Cleaning that like a pro. I got it, man. I got it. I got that little nub of junk out of this where you run if you want to make the guys articulate, you got to run, he suggests winch line through the bits. And so you got to clearance that out. Gives me something to fidget with. Otherwise, I'll start working on a truck. All my batteries are done, though. All my drivers, my drills, and such. Last week, we built a glider on the show. That was fun. And it's going to be fun to fly it, actually, too. Dell got a C-130, still haven't maiden yet. Yeah, dude, you got to have a backup, dude. Because, if you send it in, you got to figure it could be 2 weeks before you get it back. Wild Bill, thanks, man. Merry Christmas to you as well. Super Tucano. Which one, Jerry? The Hobby King one? Phoenix has one too, right? Yeah, I don't know if I would trust the material to hold up. I mean, there's better materials, I think, than what I'm using to make skis, potentially. Potentially. But I mean, man, I'm printing these hinges off on the door and they won't even hold up. So I think it's great, like the bigger a thing is, the more it can hold up. I think there's got to be bigger skis out there. It's not a bad idea. I think if you did things to reinforce it, that would be helpful. That'd be a good idea. Um, and also the way you orient the print, because it's like wood grain, you know, it's like wood grain. I just wonder how they would do in the cold. But there's definitely materials that are going to be better than others. That reminds me, man, I should just print off another set of hinges and try one more time. I think I was fine, except that I glued something, and but they broke. But they broke. Dude, the 3D printing has been killer, Joe. Like, it depends what you want to do with it, but like, man, and the kids would dig it too. But if you go back and watch one of the truck shows, I mean, these crawler bodies, that's a complete 3D printed deal. That's a complete 3D printed deal. That one's a complete 3D printed deal, and the interior and the moving drivers 3D printed on that one. So much. I've got some guys that I need to finish up inside the cockpit of my T28 that I may make him move. Uh, I haven't yet, but I've got a handful of these dudes I've printed that I need to paint and get where they're going. And I'm trying to wrap up that golden nugget because I don't know, when you wrap up a project, then you can start another one. That's why. If you're gonna get a 3D printer, I like the Bamboo Lab stuff for ease of use, plug and play, and I have an affiliate with them, but it's the one that I use, the Bamboo X1C carbon. It's fantastic. I've only messed up a couple prints, and it's been my fault when I have. Fred got sick from my Thursday show, he says. Started with a sneeze. Yeah, I forgot my vitamin C today. Once I feel it coming on, I take some vitamin. I just start bulking up on that, and I actually will drink water for once. Those kinds of things. And I'm getting. I got one table completely out of here that had stuff on it. So I'm thinking I want to set up my airbrush deal. I think they came out with a larger printer, didn't they? Like just recently? Jeff says he's tempted by the K3 Cub. I know, right? I want to get rid of some. I got to make room if I'm getting something else. You know, the X1's not big enough, huh? Just converted to all bamboo. Nice. 30% cub is 300% more fun. Yeah, I'm looking forward to, some of these projects definitely need some airbrush work to be done. I know Dad's trimmer's truck needs some airbrush patina weathering stuff, to finish it off, and that and a stencil is it, really, now. Pretty rad. Pretty rad. 300 by 300. Yeah, what do I got? 265, which is a good size for what's out there. 256, is that what it is? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Something like that. 256. Yeah, 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 yeah. 256. My bad. I was close. It had numbers in it, you know. My hanger is past full, right? Yeah. Yeah, that would be sick in one go, getting it done for sure. I would like that too. 119 on eBay, huh? From what company? I wonder. That's kind of weird. That's killer. One shot. That's nice. Yeah, man. It's just I just gotta keep doing what I'm doing. I'd like to try some of those other printers, but they gotta want it, you know. That's a big printer. 350. Holy smokes. I wonder how the fidelity of the print is. Pretty good or not? Yeah, there's so much to learn about it. I don't know. And that's one reason why I like this is because it's like drag it in and hit the button, you know. I've in a way avoided the learning curve, it feels like, which is that's my style, you know. That works for me. That works for me. Man, I want to see what color these lights are. Bear with me, dudes. Because I'm gonna plug them in. Buy once, cry once. Yeah, man. I don't have funny money anymore, really. Red. Good. That's what I wanted to know. Red. Rojo. Chili and cornbread. Child? Child and cornbread? Child? I like chili. And I like it with all kinds of things. I like it with peanut butter toast. It seems crazy, but what's up, Jordan? Speak and spell. Yeah, that's what's up. Ham and beans. Ham and beans. Exactly, boss. Yeah. Good stuff. Yeah, man. Right? This time of year, we eat a lot of chili. Yeah, man. I'm wanting some bigger tools too. Like, um, chili and peanut butter is good, dude. Um, I kind of think about a weld. I watch all these fab full scale truck shows, man, and I'm jealous of all their tools. I don't mind doing the work, but if you don't have the right stuff, man, it's an uphill battle for sure. Working on rusty old things, especially here where the moisture and the salt and it all just wrecks it. Yeah, man. Second day chili way better than first day. Gotta let them beans soak in its own juices. My mom used to make it with spaghetti noodles in it. And man, I don't know how she did it because the noodles were always still it's real easy to overcook the noodles, man. And it seemed like it was always still al dente, you know? Like, how do you do it without overcooking the noodles? Even, second day, it's not bad because we've tried it and it's easy to overdo them. And then it's all mush. Yeah. 20-3, third quarter. Yeah, man. Seattle not showing up for the game today. Dan, yeah, I do. That Onyx challenge, he just did he was like the MC of that. And I watch a couple of those channels that participated in that challenge. As you know, if you tune in on Thursday at all, the Fabrats builds I've done. AC, what is that? Yeah, I need to figure out bare necessities on my truck. I got to get the heat working. Yeah, I need to check him out, man. I enjoy that stuff. I'll put it on, play, and nerd out in here. You know, I got a big TV right there, and I'll put the YouTube on it, and then I keep my computer open for whatever. I actually need to finish this edit I started. Yeah, the Colts. What was that? That was awful too. An AC shop. Yeah, I get it. I haven't had AC. I can't remember last time I had AC in one of my own vehicles. But I usually have always had defrost. Um, the Bills look great this year, dude. I'd like to work on some big ones, man. And I love RC, but I don't love necessarily all the problems that come with them. Um, as you know, a career necessarily. Um, my goal was to do marketing stuff. The Detroit Buffalo game was intense, and that was today, right? I wanted to see it, and we couldn't get it. Did the Bills end up getting winning, right? The Bills are looking good, and so's Detroit. At least they were anyway. Did the Bills take that today, Rightsa? They did, didn't they? I think 1 by 6. Um, that team is finally, I think, used to their quarterback now, the Bills. My kid won his basketball game today, got 10 points. Um, 1 by 6. Yeah, man. I swear last year they couldn't handle the heat off his cannon, and now they're able to catch those rocket ship passes he throws. UTD. Fred said he built his old hot rods and English motorcycles from high school and after the army till he had kids and got married. Dang, right, sir. Nice. Who's going to be in the Super Bowl this year? Dude, Notre Dame and IU Friday. Is it a ProTech servo, mad scientist? Who makes that servo you're talking about? What's up with these drones in the air or New Jersey or whatever? Yeah, their eco power line. I was using their kind of 10 scale eco power stuff for a minute there. When I could get them still when I was at the shop. Um they were fine. They were fine, you know. I ordered some more CA. I needed some. I'm waiting on it to come. I just want more time off, dude. They do have some good servos, but you're gonna pay for them too. I got one in the Willie's Wagon Pack Rat over here, and I didn't get to enjoy it because the truck it wouldn't run for more than 5 minutes. And so I'm excited to run it now that I've replaced it and threw that hobby wing in there. And I have me a new 2300 that's going to go in something. The Golden Nugget's got a good ESC receiver, but it's still brushed on the FMS motor. And I don't know what I want to do yet with the travel all. But I'm ready to I'm already thinking about building another chassis, so I don't know. I'm trying to save the good bits I have for some with, these leaf spring trucks, they're awesome, but I don't expect them to do the same stuff. So I'm trying to save the good bits for like coilover builds that are gonna be asked to perform more. Joe said he saw some of the footage look like planes. Yeah, Michael Bear, I hope not. But that's always the fear, isn't it? And it's like immediately they're having hearings about it, right? I can't get the YouTube icon shortcut on my desktop. Just do it again. If your computer forced an update or something, you might just have to re-put it on your desktop or home screen or something. Bobby K, what up, dude? What up, man? I'm still pissed. We had the dream team, bro. That's the thing. It's almost like don't even count on me until I can get the Blues Brothers back together or something, man, because I just can't get it with a cameraman. You know what I mean? Without having one, I'm not gonna do. I'm just not gonna do. I've tried it. I've done hat cam stuff, and it's just I can't. I can't go backwards on the quality of the stuff, bro. I know, man. You know where I'm at. You got your girl though help you film. So I mean, I get it. You don't need me the same way I need you, brother. What's up, Doyle? Hat cam is hard to watch, and I can make a good hat cam video, but it's just I'm not doing it, bro. And some of our buddies do, man, without a doubt. But I can't. After doing what I've done, I can't. Doyle Blevins in the house, man. They are hard to make good. I think it's fine for surface though, bro, kind of. Um, it is hard to make them good. What ends up happening is you highly edit them and they still are just what they are. It's so hard. And you can't beat the chemistry that you get. We went out, we hadn't done it forever, and we went out and got some really good stuff on the boat at Kelly's, which was awesome, you know. Yeah, the phone or a little GoPro is absolutely fine for surface, man. Emil, what is happening? You should make vids of your stuff. I think, I'm excited to film some of these projects that I've done lately with the trucks. That has captured much of my attention and appeases the creative beast in me because man, I've knocked myself out to put out videos and you watch a bunch of schmucks beat you on YouTube, it gets old, so it's like, just make videos if you want to make videos and forget about whatever happens. At this point I've wanted it long enough that I just know give up. Set your expectation more realistically and just make what you want to make. I'd like to FPV in a big SEX6 actually. Bobby, dude, Kelly's got it figured out. He's got 3D printed blazer getting ready to go on his 6 scale, and it's bad to the bone looking. And that truck's so heavy, it doesn't mind carrying the extra weight of a 3D printed body is always a little heavier, you know. I've got some wicked though stuff going on right now on the truck side, Bobby, with the prints and patinas. The Honcho's so good on its own, it's hard to want to mess with it. But my body is so beat up on my Wrangler Rubicon thing that I'm like, I'm thinking about it. Yeah, Mountain RC. You gotta have it. You know what I'm saying? Um, nice. Yeah, dude, I got a Bamboo Labs thing that's been doing pretty good stuff for me. Um, the only time I worry about venting my tires is if they're a basher. And the only other time on a crawler I've worried about venting my tires is if I notice them sucking in and not going back into shape. Um, but that's it. I on the bashers, I think it's great to vent them on the outside of the tires so you can get the water out. Um, because you want them to be as balanced as you can. I mean, it does a good job to expel it on its own, Dell. So I haven't really had to. There's a pile back there I clean out every now and then. I did just grease the screws. Know your Joe, man. The thing about content is make it if you want to. It's um the hardest thing is to manage your own expectations. And that's why there's a million channels out there telling you how to do it because they know everybody expects the world, even though they're brand new and don't have it coming. I've been at it a long time and I don't have it coming. No one owes me anything. It's fickle. If you don't feed the beast and do the work, everybody will forget about you. It's fine. If you don't vent them, does it change something? I mean, the question is in the answer is in the question. You know, I mean, if they're a problem because they're holding air or they're holding sand or water, um, that would be the reason for doing it. If you don't have a problem, um, then you don't need to do it. If you have the problem, then that's a solution. Are you on bashers or crawlers? Bashers, a lot of times the vents are in the rims inside the wheel. So when they expand, they suck in and there's nowhere for it to go. That's why I'd say plug those up and vent them on the outside on a basher. On a crawler, I wouldn't worry about venting them. And they're probably vented already. You just can't really see it or it's not obvious. Like if the tires don't suck in and retain that sucked in look, then you're fine. You know what I mean? If you're in the water a lot and your tires are full of water, then vent them on the outside and flip that. Well, the TRX4, if it's a sport, it won't have the high gear, but you can always take the tire off, put it on a drill, and run the water out of them if the vent's on the outside. It's preference. If it's not sucking it in, then it is fine. Not for shilling. Yeah, you know, it's funny. Like I was here at ground zero of the Shill Fest on affiliate marketing on RC YouTube, I feel like. And I was part of that. 'Cause. 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 ' I don't want to shill, you know. I mean, man, I made enough on YouTube for a while there. I thought I might actually be able to do it full time, and that's what I wanted. But learning what I know and what I know at this point, and guys that you look at their channels and you think they got it made, they're still worried about the dumb stuff, the small stuff, and it's like, it's cool. Do it because you want to, and those are the channels that are going to last anyway. You know, if you honestly want to, and you, I mean, ultimately, what works with people, regardless of if it's RC or not, is if the value proposition. What kind of value are you bringing? Are you teaching somebody something, or are you just fun to watch? Um, I hang my planes up on bungees, so they're flat 48-inch bungee cords. Yep, just have fun. It's tough though. I mean, I was bringing it. I was able to save money. I saved money and threw down on a business with what I made on YouTube. You know, but and then the irony of having a hobby shop and not making any content, I've fallen off the wagon, so to say. I don't get new product, and the new product is what created the pressure for me to actually make content. Because I'm busy, man, with the kids. But I had that pressure to make the content, and so I'd make it. But right now, I don't have anything coming. And so, guess what? It's only happening when I want it to now, you know? Yeah, I have that problem though, Roy, where I wanted to be a YouTube superstar. I wanted to be a rock and roll superstar. I wanted to be a skateboarder superstar, like all that. But yeah, I hang them up or they're on the floor is what's up. That's what's up with my planes. You gotta come crawling with us, Bobby. We've been doing I still want to be a ballerina superstar, right? So what are you talking about? Um we've been going to Oxbow and like Balgo, Bobby. My first love for sure. I tell you what, my little girl's good at it. Man, she naturally got the poise for it. Bobby. Bro, no. Bro, if I went into business again at all for myself, you know what it'd be? Um, like refinishing wood floors or something. Like houses, rentals, something. Yeah, good luck with that. It Good luck with that. What other business takes so much more support after the sale? My gosh. Yeah, Mike, but what good has it done me? Um, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Been there, done that one too. Kelly Klein, what up, man? You back in Indiana yet? Nah, I don't want to do roofing. Yeah, I don't really want the rentals. I just man, I've done a lot of that work, and you get to mind your own business. You go, you do and wood floors are nice because it's good money. You know what you're gonna make. It's you measure it, you know? You measure it, you refinish it, you make it beautiful, or you install it and you make it beautiful. Um, no one's bothering you while you're doing it, and it is what it is, and when you're done, you're done. So oh, I've done roofing. I just wouldn't wanna do it for other people. Right, it's a living mascot. Yeah, I think that would boil down to the clientele would be like a drag boss. If I were to own property, you kinda want high end or you want, college rentals. When we rented our place in Muncie out to the college kids, we didn't even really advertise. We just, aimed our I think it was Facebook ad at grad students. So you got people that are doing their homework, not gonna beat the mess out of your house, and it worked. That worked. Yeah, the ultra slow stick is cool. I think I did a video on it. Yeah, it's all still work, man, for sure, and that's fine. If you're gonna work though, it's like make some money. Yeah, fly's good, bro. It's capable. It's not. I don't think it's as light feeling as folks kind of want it to be. Does he say hi? Yeah, man. Hans was cool. I used to work 2 days a week with him and make and the same I would make in 2 days working with him on wood floors as a helper as I made all month at the regular job. I mean, come on. Yeah, tell him hi back, man. Bro, I'd about go home to work 2 days a week and have more time off. Bro, I'm just man. 23-6 Green Bay. Man, late in the third. Thanks, fellas, for the updates. Yeah, Kelly, you're back. Kelly, you're gonna have to get ready, man, to pop in on this Thursday. I want to do another kit, but I gotta wrap up some stuff. You know what I was thinking, Kelly? I was like, dude, I've got literally 3 or 4 of these Jimny bodies. The floors already perfectly bolt right up to those chassis. Why not cut the floor out of them and use them in new builds? Then all you got to do is attach the body you print to the floor of the chimney, and it's gonna fit. Boom. Is it the used stuff or like returns or something, Bobby? What is it? I know they used to back in the day, and it was called like RC Mart. Amazon as well. Yeah. I mean, you have to have a presence everywhere, right? You have to go where the people are. So I think that's what that is. Okay. There's a guy that used to sell returns, still probably does around here. And I'd see him out or at swaps and personally thank him for the destruction of retail all the time. But I get it, man. I mean, I've always said, like, folks will sell out their grandmother's save $5, but it's true. Yeah, that's who I'm talking about, Brian. Yep, yep. I know him. He's a nice guy. But yeah, I would always bust his chops, be like, bro, you're putting retail out of business, bro. All new. No kidding. No kidding. Interesting. See if they got 2 labels on them. A 3S3200? Yeah, that'll work fine. That'll work fine. Man, I tell you what, I should just sell 3D print waste as fidgets material. You buy it by the ounce. You know what I mean? And then you can do a live stream, lackluster, and fidget with it rather than work on anything. Pretty cool. My first business endeavor in RC was wheel chocks, and the listing may still be up on RC groups. I remember I was just getting into this, man, and I made some wheel chocks for RC airplanes, and I was willing to do custom sizes and everything. And I was like, man, I'm gonna be able to retire off these wheel chocks. And I think I sold one pair. Yeah. Yeah, man, it's hard, Joe. It's hard. It's hard for them. It's not a good idea because the minute you go into business selling wheel chocks, everybody comes on and tells you how easy it is for you to make them yourself. Print time? That's not bad. That's not a bad idea. Yeah, how did he source those surface RC parts though? You know? Did he have them made? Michael Bear, do you? Wheel chocks. I think the ad's still up, man. I don't know. In the classifieds or something. Um RC groups, that was everybody's first like social media, man. He's done a video about it. Is he selling a course on it? Yeah, man, I'm telling you, I'm onto something with this fidget business, though. I think my first thing is gonna be like, this is one of them, prototype right here, Christmas tree, earrings. Yep. And I'm not even mad at him for that, you know what I mean? Like, you do you, boo, and if it's working, cool. A Chinese finger trap? Nah, man, I'm just ripping up 3D print waste. There's a pile of it here because I printed off a dude for my Jimny that I got back from Tony, bro. I saw him at um Pot of Gold and it was sitting under his table. I couldn't believe it, bro. So I got my Jimny back, my golden nugget. I never thought I'd get it back. I never thought I'd get it back. And I've torn it apart since I got it back. No, he wasn't trying to sell it. That would have been not okay. But it was under the table. But yeah, so I got a guy sitting in there right now, and it's the guy from the CJ7, but I blew it up and made it bigger to fit in this thing. And so I'm just trying to get the size right for him. And I ripped off that wooden flat roof that drives me nuts and printed off a real roof with like a radius on it that I stole from something else. I mean, that's the beauty of the 3D printer, dude. I never thought I'd see it again either. And that's the beauty of the 3D printer. Like, hold on. I think this is a riot. So this roof is this roof shortened up and made wider. That's it. Completely different dimensionally. But that's the same roof. Look how long and skinny that one is. So I shortened it and made it fatter. This thing is coming along. But yeah, because that it always bugged me. Well, Tony had my golden nugget because we did it together. I wanted the golden nugget off of YouTube, and so Tony didn't have a 3D printer, neither did I, but Tony's pretty handy, man, and he's done some really cool bashing things, kit bash. And so Tony made the doors and the back windows and junk, and he had a roof on my golden nugget, but the golden nugget roof was just a flat piece of wood, and I couldn't stand it. So I sliced the roof off of my international travel all file and sized it up, and now I got it. So Gold Nuggets was the first Jimny that I had done, and I swapped the axles to get the ride height, but I didn't pull the leaves out and do the drop, reposition the shackle stuff that I like doing. And so I did it last night. I had that whole thing apart last night, axles off, chassis apart, did my thing. So the Golden Nugget is actually really close now. I just got to get the rest of it. I put a front window in, and it was super stiff because it had all the leaves. And now it's just got, the one big leaf and the short leaf in it. So now it's actually got some articulation. And then I got the ride height down by doing the trick that I always do. So getting close on this one. Thanks, Mike. Um, and it's going to be really cool to get the airbrush out for some of this too. That travel all looks killer. I'm really tickled with the crawler stuff I've done lately, man. And um Dad's trimmer's truck from the movie. So the airbrush stuff's gonna kick it off and really get him done all the way. And because the FMS Jimny, which is what this golden nugget is on, it's the only one that I've actually kept the body on the chassis. It's already got a moving steering wheel. So I'm gonna articulate, I'm gonna let the guy articulate on the wheel. I don't know if I'll do a servo in his head or not. But I already got the steering wheel. Why not? Yeah, Sunday and Thursday, Axel. I mean, I'm doing this thing on Thursday where I really, it's heavy trucks. I try to spare you guys on Sunday night, but that's what I'm doing. You know, that's what I spend my time doing in here. I mean, flying I love, but you got to go to the field to do that, and I don't really ever have to work on them. So, and I got to get rid of some before I think about working on any. But yeah, man, I got the hinges on, and then I went to open the door and I broke a bloody hinge. So, and I think I'm going to use, I have all these extra leaves. I have a ton of extra leaves. And I think I'm going to use them to hold the door shut, where I can spin it and the spring hold it down, closed, but turn it and open it. No, not printing the chassis. The chassis are off of FMS kits, or I'm building kits out of the box. Like the Axial Base Camp chassis is a good chassis too. I built a handful of these crawler kits out of the box, and most of them, if they weren't a kit, have been modified a lot to improve like the performance. Yeah, I use magnets sometimes too. And that's what I was thinking about for the doors. But then I was like, dude, I have so many of these extra leaves that I think that may be not a bad way to go to hold a door shut. I just want to run it, man, you know. Yeah, I hear people like the Element Builders kit. To me the diffs look really chunky and stuff, but I keep using these FMS Jimny chassis because they come with leaf springs on them. I've been digging building leaf spring kits, but on the cheap, and I got a TF2 I've built up there too. TF2 Vanquish, 2 or 3 Axial Base Camps, and a handful of the FMS Jimny chassis have turned into other vehicles for me. Axle RC, bro, the Ultra Micro Slow Stick is killer for small space. Know Your Joe, you would like that too. The Ultra Micro Slow Stick is killer for small space. Dell, I haven't. An airbrush show, yeah. It'll be watching me learn it. I've done just a tiny bit, but I think I'll be all right with it. I think I'll be all right with it. And I got a spot over there now. I had another table in here that now is gone, and so I've got some space, I think, to set something up, a little booth for it. Yikes. The NX10 can bind and fly those as long as it's on the DSMX protocol. It's any of the, if at all, it's an SLT protocol, then you'll have that'll be problematic. Asheville Hobby Down got washed away. They may come back next year. Man, that's rough. Try-on hauls or criticizing Disney is where the money's at these days. That reminds me, you want to try on some clothes, you can buy some RC merch right here at the channel, man. If you go to the home page for the YouTube channel and click store, it'll take you to the merch. Try on hauls. I need to try on a Hall's Mentoliptus. Cough drops what I need to try on. Shoot. So yeah, what'd you guys get yourselves for Christmas, man? What'd you get? Get? Bobby, you still got your white Bronco. You can't get them anymore. I tell you what I want to get. What I want to find is one of the 4-wheel drive Unimog kits. Super Timber says Wrightsa. Nice. Air Tractor, Roy. Mini Max, John. Cole, Philip. F86 FMS. Sweet. Yeah, I've been thinking about truck, but I'm thinking about printing another SUV because I just came up with the idea to use the floor out of a Jimny. It'd be so easy to bolt it up, bro. Wheel chocks, yes. Yellow 70mm Habu. There you go. That's what's up. Links in the Discro, man. I am gonna shill, bro. That's how I can buy stuff. I made Snoke. Come on. Phoenix Strega. Nice. Thank you. Wheel chocks. That's what's up. Yeah. So those red lights, I was thinking about putting them in this thing. Gosh, that's heavy. This one has big 2.2s on it. I think these will fit in the light buckets on the bumper, though, dudes, without doing anything. Yeah, they will. I think they will. This thing is 6 scale. I mean, it's small in real life. Yeah, those will fit in the bumper. In the light bucket's already on this thing. That's cool. RF9, will that work in Windows 11? Yeah. Yeah, I did actually find a Unimog body that I kind of liked on Umagine. I had looked in other places and didn't like what I had seen, but I liked. But you had to buy the cab and the bed separate, so it's like I mean, it's not too awful. I think it's like $20 altogether. But some of those sites are weird, man. I I'll go through it and everything, but if I can't use PayPal, like I end up saying forget it. Because some of the sites look so shady. Bean dip and a can of fake snow for Christmas. There you go. Yeah, man. I want to be able to check out with PayPal. So, bro, according to an Instagram contest, I won a DJI drone the other day, and I went. They want you to pay for the shipping or something, and I might have even done it if it were PayPal, but it was no. I'm not giving info. I'm not giving card info, man. How do I store my lipos? Haphazardly. At storage charge in the garage. I am not the guy to ask. Use ammo cans, storage charge, safe is the way to be. Hot dog water, yeah, because the salt and sodium in there will help. 100%. Yep, that's what's up. 11 minutes left, 23:13. 50 cal ammo can, full charge. Send it. All right, Doyle, Merry Christmas. See you later. I need to get rid of my old lipo so I can use my ammo cans for my new ones. Yeah, those big 6L batteries fill up a can fast. You won't have 13 in there. That's for sure. A neoprene lined ammo can? I don't know about that. Don't the smart batteries self-discharge after a few days? I think some of them do. I think you might have to tell them to do that. I cannot recall. It's a good question. Let me check a couple. I'll never find the checker though. That's my problem. The ammo can does need a vent. Yeah. I drilled a hole in mine to achieve it. Pull up quick to retrieve it. Christmas by F86, Beaver, Fly Fans, Yellow Troge, FJ40. Nice. I love the FJ40, man. Part of me wants to make one on coilovers, but like axial or whatever. So I haven't set these up, and so these are still holding the charge. What'd you say, Bill? And you can set the hours. I didn't set these up at all, and so they are I mean, this one's at storage charge, but that could be just because I ran it. I mean, just enough of a hole to vent the thing, so it doesn't have to be massive. I mean, if you're really cool, you drill a hole big enough to get your connector in there and charge that son of a gun in the can. But you'll need to do something with that edge to clean it up so it doesn't cut into your insulation on the battery leads. Is what I'd say. Low voltage alarm, battery type, alarm tone, system info, volume, backlight, language. Yeah, if there's a hole in it at all, the pressure won't build up. It's those things are like airtight though. So that's the thing why you have to have a hole in it. But any hole at all is going to help alleviate, the pressure or whatever. I don't know if maybe this cell checker is, old school or something, but I think I would have to use my charger to set um, auto discharge. Yeah, I don't think there's anything I can do here on this thing. I mean, I like being able to see the individual cell balance and IR, the internal resistance on the chargers. Because every now and then it's possible to have a battery that's balanced, but one cell extremely high internal resistance. That's easy to do. Yeah, being able to see, that's fantastic. I just now really had to start wearing readers. So yeah, these are not, but of course these are Gen 1 ones. So I think it's the G2 batteries that auto discharge out the yeah, the hole is to let out any thermal event rather than build up the pressure. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's what it's there for, to let it out. So it doesn't build up as pressure in there. Yep. It's still going to be a mess, but at least I mean, you'll smoke out a room, but you won't have a fire in there because it'll be contained in the box, but the smoke's still getting out, the nastiness. But at least the heat will be, so to speak, contained. Yeah, that's what electricity's gonna do. It's there's heat involved in the expenditure, the discharge, and the charge. I mean, that's why the charge is generally slow, safer when it is, less heat, you know, and longer life on the batteries because you're not forcing it to do it quick, which builds up that internal resistance, which is kind of like, think of it like friction, you're building up a chemical friction, like a scaling on the battery. So you don't want it. It won't perform as good. Writes likes his discharger. Yeah, a lot of guys do. With the airplanes, man, it's awesome. You just fly them. When you're done flying your plane, you're basically at storage charge, you know, unless you just really flew past low voltage cutoff somehow, which is generally hard to do. Yeah, to put them away or go on vacation, yeah, it's a good idea. And I mean, the smart charger, I can discharge them right on the charger. I can charge them up storage charge right on the charger, or I can charge them up all the way right on the charger. I mean, that's kind of nice. One device to do it all, and also give me my internal resistance and balance of the batteries, as well as tell me how many cycles are on it. More stuff than I need to know, it will tell me, which I like that, having one device to do it all. Well, then that can has to pop. That can will pop. Then you've got a small explosion. You know what I mean? Most lipo fires do have them when charging or discharging, but they can do what they do and have a thermal event anytime, and almost even for no reason. But generally, the ones you beat on are the ones that are going to give you the fits. But yeah, no hole in the ammo can. And the ammo can is sealed tight. I mean, they're waterproof for the ammo, right? So if it's sealed tight, it's instead of having a hole in it, which will let out the pressure slowly and maintain the integrity of the box, um, it will blow itself open to let out that pressure. So that's why you'd want a hole in it, or not shut it all the way, you know. The smoke and the pressure and the fire of it all, it'll build up in there. And then when it finally goes, all of a sudden now you'll have enough oxygen rush in there in a hurry to probably give you the fire part. So it's like, just control the burn. It's going to smoke, but at least it won't burn the place up. You can take the rubber seal out of the ammo box lid too. I mean, but that's the thing that's the thought process though. I mean, that's what's going on with them. So however you have whatever you feel like doing to get there, just be aware of that's what the point is. You can take the rubber gasket out, you can drill a hole in it, whatever. I think if you're going to the trouble, um, it's not a bad idea um, to make a hole big enough to get the lead through. And charged in there too, you know. Use a paint can, just lay the lid on it. Yeah. Just do something. Just be aware of what you're getting into, you know. That's the biggest deal. Is just treat them with respect, you know. Most people are fine, but those that aren't, it's bad. It's bad. Property damage potential, you know. We're gonna wrap it in a few minutes, dudes. Last minutes, lay it on me. Don't have leads. Or just give up the hobby altogether and don't do any of it because, maybe. I'm kidding. This game over yet? Right. I mean, if the box comes together in a violent way, then that will undo the purpose of trying to contain it. You just want it to maintain its containment, you know. I mean, people use lipo bags too. I mean, that's a Velcro connection, no biggie. But if it does the job, preventing fire to spread, that's what's up. You got just know what they're capable of doing and prepare for that. I can't believe I broke my hinges, man. These two, gosh, so brittle. How did it get so bad? I'm about to use airplane hinges on these. I've already drilled the holes though and everything. No, it's not an RC10. It is a team associated buggy, though. One of my race rigs. Race rig. Two-wheel drive team associated buggy. With a cartoon paint. It's a good little rig, really. I have not been racing though inside this winter. I did some 8 scale outside this year, but I have not done I'm just like choosing to stay home, man, and not spend it. Is basically it. But yeah, this has a Hobby Wing 17.5 in it. Yeah, basically. It's a good little rig, man. I got a short course one like it too. Over there. And an oval car. Yeah, when we had the track, I mean, I didn't race that whole most of that whole time I had the shop till, like, the end, and then after it was over, I kept racing, mostly kinda just 'cause show your face, you know? Um, I'm funny that way. It's the spec slash class, like, late model is what it is, and the paint's coming off pretty good, but I painted it up to look like, um, Steve McQueen's Porsche, and that's Ultra Micro Slow Stick, which is fantastic, by the way. But yeah, that's my late model spec slash low center of gravity spec slash with a hobby wing 13.5 in it. I made the masks for the fake headlights out of Nutella can. But yeah, that's it. It's just a two-wheel drive slash. This thing gets along actually. Look at the tire mark on that white circle. I think that's hilarious. I missed a big oval race yesterday. I'm actually kind of bummed. I would have went. I didn't know it was happening. Oh, you're not missing nothing, Steve. Yeah, Mike, it's fun. Porsche, you know, it's got a Porsche scheme on my oval car. I thought that was funny. Yeah, and you can't really see most of the planes. They're hanging up or they're in the garage. But there's videos of them. I mean, that's the thing. There's so much fun, still relevant stuff to watch on the channel. Like, by all means, um, check it out. So yeah, man, we're yeah, here in a minute. We're gonna dip the game over probably. It wasn't much of one. I kind of felt like it was gonna be the Packers the whole way. Happy birthday, Denise. Yep, absolutely. Absolutely. What's with the UFOs, man? Big day. All right, dude. See you, boss. Check out Wild Bill tomorrow for the 2313. It still could go any way, man. Yeah, I think we'll go watch the rest of it. Um, Real Flight tomorrow night on Wild Bill's channel. Check that out. The Big Cub, depends what the website says, if it's on in stock status or if it's still, waiting. Let's see real fast. 5 minutes left. Last minute deals. Let's look at this. No, I'm out of production on those rights. Sorry, brother. Yeah, the slow stick is 159 at Horizon. Let's see. You talking that new Hanger 9 Cub, bro? Is that it? Let me look here. The plug and play or the combo? Or the ARF? Which one? The orange and white one or the yellow one that's made out of wood, Jay Woody? Which one are you talking about? If it's the new one, that says they're in stock. Yeah, so the yellow wood ones are in stock now, it looks like on the site. So rather than pre-order status like they usually are after, initial release, the R for $3.99 was in stock. I saw that. And the combo, um, let me look. It's in stock as well. And there was another one, the plug and play one. That's cool too. All the servos and everything. All you need is the receiver. Um, in stock, man. So yeah, if you're gonna get it, use my link in the Discro, brother. Thanks. Um, and then apparently there's an eBay deal on a slow stick. Doesn't feed my kids, but yeah. But yeah. So it looks like it's in. So check out and Real Flight right now. There may still be the $200 come with the radio deal was like $100. You can't beat that at all. That was a heck of a deal because it's $100 just for the software. So why not get the software and the remote control that comes with it for the same $100 because it's $100 discount? Um, let me see if that one's still happening. You could get Real Flight with the radio for half off for a minute there. I don't know if it's still on or not. Somebody put up a link to Wild Bill's channel for the Real Flight tomorrow. There you go. Fred did. So I don't see it in the clearance section. Yeah, the software is on the special, but you could get the remote and everything. So last minute deals, clearance. What else? That's what she said. Holiday gift guide. It's back up to regular price. The full suite is nice. All right, guys. Cool. We'll see you on Thursday. Some of you guys will see each other on the Monday show. Real Flight, fly in, get it dialed in. Links are here in the chat for Wild Bill's channel. Check them before you wreck them. We're out of here in 5. Hang our rats forever. We'll 3 you later. You're too good to be forgotten. We'll see you next time. Bye now. Boom.